Hey guys, Jason Stutman here with Technology and Opportunity. This is episode number 3 of Tech Talk, our periodic video series where we answer your questions about investment opportunities in the tech industry. Today, we are focusing on a single question. We're trying to do a better job condensing these issues to 10 minutes or less. I think we're going to do a good job of that today. I also think that everyone's going to find today's episode topic pretty exciting. I know that I find it very interesting myself. The question comes from Terry L., who writes in, Jason, what is the information on quantum battery, or as it is being called, the Jesus battery? Would you please reply to my email? And Terry provides his email. Obviously, we're not going to provide that here, and we're not going to reply by email. We're going to reply through this Tech Talk video. So what is Terry asking about with these quantum batteries or these this Jesus battery? What is that? So I've actually heard a bunch of different titles for this kind of battery, but it all falls under the single umbrella of solid state batteries. I've heard these referred to as glass batteries, the forever battery, the Holy Grail, obviously the Jesus, and the quantum battery as well. So a lot of researchers believe that solid state batteries are the next big thing in battery tech. And we've had solid state batteries before, but not rechargeable solid state batteries. Now, why do experts believe that these solid state batteries are going to be the next big thing? Well, it helps to understand a little bit about how current rechargeable lithium ion batteries are built. So current batteries use a liquid material. So these batteries have a metal inside them like lithium that are stored inside of an anode and a cathode, which are you have your positive charge and your negative charge. And the anode and the cathode are separated by a separator, like a piece of cloth between them. And then you fill the battery with a liquid so that the ions can move around the battery. And this creates a charge. The problem with this design is that liquid can cause all sorts of problems. First, as we've seen with the exploding Galaxy phones and with some Teslas that go on fire, these batteries can be dangerous because that liquid is flammable. The liquid can also, there could be pieces of the battery that are breaking out and floating around the liquid, and those fragments can interact with each other, which can cause other problems. So these batteries, while they're much safer than they used to be, are not perfectly safe. A second aspect is that these batteries are slow to charge. We often hear about range anxiety, which is when consumers are concerned about the fact that their EVs aren't going to travel very long. But I think range anxiety has been mostly solved. I think the biggest problem really is what you might think of as charge anxiety. There's the speed at which a battery can charge. And we've talked about this before, but no one wants to sit if they're, let's say they're making a road trip or you have somewhere to go. No one wants to sit at a charging station for 30 to 50 minutes waiting for their vehicle to charge. So what is the solution? Well, some people think that it is solid state batteries because solid state batteries do offer the promise of a faster charge. And they also, because they don't have a liquid inside them, they're actually a bit safer. Now, instead of a liquid, they can use, they're obviously going to use some kind of solid material. There's a couple of different approaches, and the main approaches are either a polymer or a glass. So that's why we often hear these referred to as quantum glass batteries. Now, as far as the polymer is concerned, I guess we'll hit on this one first because I think it's a little bit less compelling than the glass, at least at this moment. There's one company that sticks out. It is a private company called Ionic Material, or perhaps it's Ionic Materials. And they are branding their polymer battery as the Jesus battery. And this is just a solid polymer zinc manganese battery, which is all it is a rechargeable alkaline battery, kind of like a Duracell battery or that we're familiar with, except it's rechargeable. The second option though is glass batteries, and this is the one that I find more compelling, mainly because of who's behind it. This is a recent patent. I think it was in April of this year that had been filed by a man by the name of John Goodenough, who is a solid state physicist. And John Goodenough is actually the winner of the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize Nobel Peace Prize, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his work as co-inventor of, get this, the lithium-ion battery. So the man who invented the lithium-ion battery that you'll see in Teslas or that you'll see in your phone today is now coming up with something new. And he thinks that this is going to replace the lithium-ion battery and improve upon it. And again, that patent was released in April, so a lot of this stuff is fairly new. There are a lot of companies that are currently after solid-state batteries. Most of them are private. Most of them you cannot invest in. But I'll go through the list. Many of these companies, some of these companies may become public. Some of them may stay private for a much longer period of time. Some of them may be acquired because, as you'll see in a moment, some of these companies are already being focused on by mainstream automobile manufacturers who are obviously interested in this technology. So let's list a couple. We have Ionic Materials, which we already listed. We have QuantumScape, which was recently invested in by Volkswagen. We have Solid Power. That's one word. We have Dyson. We have Sakti 3, which was recently acquired by Dyson. And then we have a company by the name of Super Dielectrics. We also have Panasonic, which is publicly tradable, and they're currently working with Toyota to produce a next generation of solid-state batteries. This is reported. This isn't confirmed, but apparently they have nicknamed it the Jesus battery as well. Maybe there's going to be some trademark issues over that. Maybe not. You probably can't trademark Jesus. And the battery that Toyota and Panasonic are creating is reportedly they're aiming for 600 miles of charge on just 15 minutes of charging, which would be incredibly impressive and a huge advancement over what we currently have. But putting all those companies aside, there is one company that I think sticks out as an early opportunity. It's definitely a speculative stock, but something that our readers might be interested in. And that is the stock that you guys see up on the screen here, Ilika PLC. And Ilika described itself in the description here as a pioneer in solid-state battery technology for a wide range of applications. The company's batteries use ceramic-based lithium-ion technology that is inherently safe and stable in manufacturing and usage and offers high performance, which differentiates its product from existing batteries. Its current geographic markets are Asia, North America, United Kingdom, and Europe. So what do these guys do exactly, aside from just reading the cookie cutter description there? Well, they have two lines of batteries that they have under their trademark is Stereax. That's what they call their technology, the Stereax batteries. And they have large and micro solid state batteries. And we'll hit on each of these one at a time. I guess we could hit on the micro ones first. The micro batteries are very, very small, like the size of a pill. And the purpose of these is for medical technology, for powering electronic medical devices inside the body. Obviously, you need a small battery for that, and a battery that's going to last a while. You don't want to have to keep taking devices in, if you're going to implant a device in someone's body, you want that to last as long as possible. And the other application would be the Internet of Things. So these are going to be, much smaller devices that are spread around the world that you're not necessarily going to have connected to a continuous power source. And it has a similar, that requires a lot of the same needs as a med tech device would. It has to be small and the power has to last a while. So Ilika currently has, I believe, 5 partners in the IoT and medtech space. So maybe this expands also to renewables, but they have Electricity, Titan Wind. These are all companies that they're working with right now. Electricity, Titan Wind, Network Rail, which I would assume is a rail, transportation network, possibly in the EU. They have environmental sensing with EPs. They have miniature medical implants with multiple medtech partners, and that about covers it for the micro batteries. But probably more interesting for everyone listening is the larger scale Goliath batteries, as they call them. These are their large scale solid state batteries, which they are targeting the automobile industry. And they boast a couple of broad claims about their batteries. They say that they have high energy and power density, fast charge rates, long cycle and storage. As we discussed earlier, these batteries are safer and they're non-flammable, and they believe that this technology is scalable. It's much cheaper to make these batteries than it is a standard lithium-ion battery. Now, Ilika is currently in the process of looking for partnerships in the auto industry. And these partnerships are obviously going to be huge. And it's really a little bit too early to say whether or not they're going to supply any of these companies. But the company does have one promising early development program, and that is with Jaguar Land Rover. And they're working with them in conjunction with there's a Faraday battery challenge in which they received a $5 million grant. So this is related to this award that Ilika had received for creating this new solid state battery. And they got $5 million to work on this technology with Jaguar Land Rover. So the company has $18 million in cash. Let's pull up the key stats here. Why am I failing? There we go. Okay, so $18 million in cash, and they have a burn rate of less than $1 million a quarter, which puts this company in pretty fairly stable financial position. We don't know if they're going to ramp up some capex in the coming months, but it is possible. And I wish I could share more about this company, but that's really all we know at the moment. So it is a speculative company, but it does have some good things going for it, right? It has the fact that it is a pure play on this technology. It has the fact that it has a partnership with Land Rover. It has the fact that it is approaching three key markets: the automobile market, the medtech market, and the IoT market, that all really do need a quantum leap in battery advancements. And then it also has the fact that it's financially stable. So while this company is speculative, I actually do think it's a pretty good speculative bet. It is the kind of investment that could end up going nowhere. We realize that just people aren't adopting the technology, but I like this company. And I think as far as the quantum batteries go and Jesus batteries go, if you are a retail investor, if you're a Main Street investor without access to private capital and private investing, then this probably is your best bet, unless you're going to go with a larger company like Toyota or Volkswagen or Panasonic, companies that we know are already invested in this technology, companies that are working on it, but they already have a solid business model. I think that this company is probably your best bet, at least at mega gains. And again, the company is Ilika PLC, trades on the OTC markets. Maybe give it a look. That's episode number 3 of Tech Talk, and I'll see you guys next time.